you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the Commanders' electric quarterback. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing Jones. And this one is incomplete. CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they saw some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Heineke. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They are in need yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Heineke. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And he's going to get him another first down here as he's able to dive forward to get as much as he can. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Heineke now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Now Heineke. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Meanwhile, Jones throw on target to James. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now Jones on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 48 yards. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
A penalty is declined.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Heineke. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Good coverage there, holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That ball caught by Slayton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. James has got it, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Heineke. That's Samuel, caught left side. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. With it is Jackson. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. On third down, Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And that is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and 10, Heineke got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Heineke. Going right back to Dotson. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sly able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And in the second quarter, it is the Eagles who are out in front. Devontae Smith, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Aaron Jones, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to the half. Anthony Miller, a touchdown catch in that first half. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there. Both teams making their final adjustments for the second half to come. And to bring the action your way, we go back to MetLife Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Heineke. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down. Jones. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Now Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now. Showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
23 yards to pick up there. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's going to let it go again. And incomplete on the deep ball. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Gano now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now Heineke on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton from 10 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The partner, he has carried them in this ballgame throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably... Now, he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Another Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing. Heineke. Trying to get it to Thomas and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point try good by Gano. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Heineke on first down. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Heineke now from the 50. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Heineke again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Heineke now. And that will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, my day ones, yeah, we danced up again. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me. It's the